Hello and good morning, Onelia. How are you today?
Fine, thank you. And yourself?
I'm doing amazing. I appreciate you asking. Onelia, long awaited to get you here on the virtual, but I'm super excited to just get to know you professionally a bit further. So, if you don't mind, tell me a little bit about your professional experience.
Well, I would like to start with the fact that I started in a basic warehouse environment long ago, and they saw that I had the potential, and I was moved in from pick packing to managing to supervising to hiring to background checking to payroll. Back then, pencil and paper, verifying documents, and then sitting in front of a computer, which has brought me to where I am now. Every time that they say, "Hey, we need some help, we need something new," I was always willing and excited to try something new.
Incredible. And that just really shows your work ethic, right? Starting in a warehouse role or pick packer role, going all, moving up to managerial position. And now just looking at your resume, I have you as, regional payroll specialist, HR, doing onboarding, I-9s, all of that fun stuff. And so it really shows me that you're open to being a student and learning and taking in that knowledge.
Yes.
So very impressive. Now, with your experience here, tell me a little bit about your experience with, accounting. I have the accounting clerk, whether it's billing or invoices. Tell me a little bit about your experience with that.
With those were roles that I went in as data entry, and they explained data entry was, oh, you're just going to be entering information. And I actually was doing a lot of accounts payable, accounts receivable, entering information, verifying payments, processing payment requests, reaching out for payments that were missing. And it was exciting. Numbers have always been my thing, and just getting in touch with different people. You get a feel for different vibes from different people, and processing the payroll, which is similar to accounts payable. Um, it was just one thing that made me realize that it is what I like, and it's something that I've always been driven by.
Yeah, I commend you for that because when I see numbers, I kind of freak out. And so that's not always easy. Would you mind sharing some systems that you've used for accounting or for the reconciliation of invoicing?
Most of the systems that I used for accounting was based on the company. A lot of companies have their own thing. QuickBooks is one that I think has been moved on from one job to another. As far as done some SAP. Um, Aside from that, it's been mostly what the client needs.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can attest to that. Definitely client based. They have their own little
Yes.
systems they use and they're kind of the
Yes.
same in a nutshell. Now, in reference to because for this position that you're interested in, it is a receptionist role. So
Mhm.
how are you able to just, multitask? Because there's so many aspects to that role, right? You have to greet whoever walks in, you have the phones, you have emails, as well as your, administrative duties. So how would you be able to really multitask throughout the day?
It's become something of a norm for me because in most of the jobs and even in real life, you always have to be multitasking. So it's not something of a challenge for me. It's exciting. It actually keeps me motivated to go through the day. Greeting people is always nice because you're the first point of contact and you always have to greet them with a smile, make them feel welcome. The second thing is emailing. It's fun. It's exciting, keeping track of everything. So it's kind of my everyday life.
Yeah, absolutely agree to that. Thank you for sharing. Now, my last question for you is how soon were you looking to start a new position?
I am actually wanting to get back to work ASAP.
Yes, absolutely. And it's definitely a goal for us here to help you with that. I did say that was my last question, but my last question for you
Mhm,
is in the case my client wants to interview with you, how soon
mhm.
would you be able to interview, whether it's in person, which I believe it will be in person, but what does that look like for you?
I usually a day's notice for in person and at least half a day for any Teams or Zoom video calls.
Absolutely. That sounds ideal to me. Well, Onelia, it was truly a pleasure to speak to you here virtually, put a face to the name, and get to know you a little bit more professionally. I'm going to go ahead and start the recording, but if you
Okay.
don't mind, stay with me on the line really quickly. I want to chat with you.
All right. No problem.
Thank you.